fan of the Olympics?
I'm a fan of America. So last night I was over at my folks' house for dinner and they were watching. And so I got to see Michael Phelps totally punk the guy from, where was he from? South Africa or something? Phelps has had his head down. He had his Beats by Dre on. The other guy who had, I guess, beaten him before, and it's the only guy to ever beat him, was just totally mad dogging him.
Look at, it's like he's growling like a dog. Oh my God.
Phelps gives this look that's like Anakin Skywalker when he turns into an asshole. That turned into a meme all over the internet, and this is all building up to the 200-meter freestyle race last night, and Phelps just whooped him. It was awesome.
I've kind of had this working theory that car guys are not really usually athletes. I played tennis, but only because if you wanted an extra academic waiver so you could take this additional math class, you had to have a sport credit. So me and my other nerd high school buddy, and he's a terrible athlete, worst athlete I've ever seen in my life. When we had our first match, we actually had to play the worst two players on this other team. And by this point, we were like juniors or seniors in high school, and we had to play some freshmen. And they were bad, but not as bad as us. And they were beating us, and it really ticked off my buddy. He picked up the ball, served it perfectly, and hit one of the players in the crotch. I mean, you heard like a... While the guy was on the ground, he tossed it up in the air, and he hit him again.
Revenge of the Nerds happening.
Nerds! What is a nerd?
I did letter in tennis, though. If you show up for 4 years, you get a letter.
It's like a gold star for showing up. Before high school, I was all into sports. And then when I got into high school, I wanted a car. The day I told my dad, hey, I want a car, and he said, well, get a job.
What was the first car?
Well, let me tell you all the cars I didn't get, because those are a much better story. My dad, dear old dad, knew nothing about cars. So first car we go to look at was a Mustang GT, 289, air conditioning. It was like $4,500. It was a 67.
Cool.
Dad goes, no, the air conditioning doesn't work. That's probably expensive to fix. Pass. Second car, 63 Nova SS, 327 Power Glide. My dad goes, it's only got 2 gears. You'll never be able to drive it on the highway. Third car, Super Duty Trans Am. It was like I think it was a 70 or a 71. The guy selling it tells my dad, yeah, it runs great, doesn't have catalytic converters on it. My dad goes, oh God, those are real expensive, Mike. We can't buy this one either. So, and I end up in a beige 76 Camaro with a 350 and a 4-speed. And the only and I wasn't even into this body style, but it had a really cool hot rod rake, and it had giant tires on the back and skinnies up front. And it was the only reason I bought it. And within, 2 or 3 weeks of buying it, the rear tires went flat, and I ended up on a set of like Uniroyal Tiger Paws, which were much smaller, and my Camaro didn't even look cool after that. I was so bummed.
I'm picturing the Bumblebee Camaro from the Transformers movie.
Why, if he's supposed to be like this super advanced robot, does he transform back into this piece of crap Camaro?
Oh, see, no, that doesn't work. See? Move it, you moron! Great, now. See? Fantastic. Now you pissed him off.
Right, but now picture it beige.
Beige.
Yeah, horrible beige color. Yuck.
How long did that car live?
Not very long. It was leaking oil really bad, and one of my neighbors tried to help me rebuild the motor and didn't know anything about bearing clearances and ended up locking up the motor. Another buddy's dad rebuilt the motor. It went in the car, and I totaled it like weeks later in a rainstorm. So I think my senior year of high school, I ended up driving my mom's 86 Buick Skylark for a good amount of time before I bought my next car. It was sad. Yeah, so that was our awesome podcast. And you can go here to subscribe to it. Thank you.